I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everybody. Board of Minutes,
I make a motion that we accept the minutes for February 7th, 2023.
I'll second it.
any public comment? He's none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried, pass. Go back to correspondence.
Oh, sorry.
I could have.
All right, the first one, some good news, we got our Barson money. It's $78,820, that come up. Right,
How much?
78,000. I thought
It was always around 70, wasn't
well, I thought it was 68 or something.
Yeah,
But I
I
mean,
think it was like
it? That's around 70.
well, I know, but it came up.
Round up.
I'm just happy to see it come up. Next one's from Parks Banda Sharon Bain's office on this, Gateway Community Recreation and Enchantment Path. And the next one's from Mako from Shannon Chamberlain on a notice of Mako Property and Casualty Trust and Workers' Compensation Trust membership meetings. As on here Tuesday, February 21st.
So is it during regular meeting? We're not with the work comp, are we? Or are we with them at all?
No, we're with State Fund for Workers' Compensation.
Yeah, we
So-
went over to state fund because it saved on our mod and all that. And the other day when our mod's like at 1 point, sorry, we're down here. The other day when we had that safety meeting, I stayed
Was it
for our mods up.
09?
There's 1.09. You know, it's good, but it ain't. So we need to, yeah, there's so much new stuff after listening to them that. We were there a couple hours. It was a good
Yeah.
meeting. And that's all I have on correspondence. Is there any public comment on that? Okay, so.
I don't think so, no.
We'll move right into.
She's-
Or wait, yeah, now she is. I thought do you, okay. Hold
I
on
can't
one
hear.
second. Let me send you a request on you. Jim and Carol Bouquet.
On the correspondence. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Jim and Carol.
You'll have to unmute. I'll send you another request.
Who is it?
There we go.
That work.
Yep.
Yeah, what we're trying to do, I don't know if this is the right part of the meeting to ask it, but we're trying to get some clarification on a statement that was made during the last meeting.
On what? Go ahead and say it.
Well, we're trying to figure out on the, when the subject of our case came up, the mediation, there was a statement made by the county attorney that our attorney fees were being paid by the title company. I was trying to figure out where that came from.
I don't know, you'd have to ask the county attorney.
Yeah, he's not
on
on.
there.
He's not on right now.
He's not on? Okay.
We'll ask him to find out, but he did say that.
Yeah, I was just, after the minutes got reviewed, I was gonna take a look at them and see exactly how it was couched, but we were just kind of curious because we hadn't heard that before and it's
Incorrect.
Yeah, it's not correct.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead,
question,
Mike.
you're saying, you're not going through the title company on this,
Well, what we're saying is that the statement that the county attorney made was not true. And we're just trying to figure out where he got that information, so maybe we could backtrack it and get the right information to him. But yeah, the title company, I guess he's talking about, is the one that Jack runs, but we're not doing anything through the title company.
Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and, did you leave Blaine a message?
No, I thought he usually attended these. I figured we'd just do it through the Zoom.
He does, but he's in physical therapy that, so that's where he's at. He blew his knee out.
Oh, okay. Sorry to hear that.
Usually on Zoom, as soon as he gets on there, when he gets out, I'll pass the message on, or you can leave his secretary a message up there and he'll get a hold of you.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, we'll go into public comment.
Elena,
Elena has a comment as well.
Go ahead, Elena.
Thank you. Just a comment regarding Jim's request. I don't know if he got, well, I guess he didn't. Well, he couldn't have gotten a copy of the minutes because you refused to give the public a copy unless they're approved. So here's a reason why the draft of the minutes should be available so people can have it available and question it while you approve it. Thank you.
And here, once again, we're doing it fine. It's all been approved. We're good. There's Blaine.
Oh, he's in a
Answer for
suit.
himself, so. It's
Here,
just
let me
every
make-
week, it's the same thing from you, Elena.
Hold on, let me make Blaine a co-host. I made Blaine a
You
co-host.
on there, Blaine?
Good morning. Yes, I'm on.
Good morning. But Kay's had a question for you, wonder where you got that, when you commented on there with being paid by the title company. If you want to answer them here, or you can talk to them, or they can call you, whatever you want.
No, they need to talk to me through their attorney.
Okay, sounds good.
Elena has another comment.
and they're waving their hand again too.
Okay,
Oh.
the K's,
Okay. Do you hear? I'll send Bouquets and unmute.
go ahead, the K's.
This was a public comment that Blaine had made in the last meeting. And so I don't see it being anything towards the litigation. So I don't have to communicate through the lawyer. We've already asked him. We just want him to clarify something that he made public in this meeting.
Well, you need to talk to him on this, because we're
Well,
not.
he made, I understand, Scott, and I do appreciate the forum that I'm on, but this is the form that Blake had used to make the comment. So I would like it corrected on this form also.
Okay.
Well, I don't plan to answer you. So that's it.
You
That's not
can't
surprising,
verify it.
is it?
You can't verify where you got this information from and let the commissioners know, please.
We're not the one that's in question, you are.
I'm,
And we just you go through our attorney, so if he don't want to answer you, that's up to him, because it might be something to do with litigation or something. I'm not getting into it. I'm not no lawyer.
Elena has a comment.
And she can wait a second. I'll just let these guys finish.
Oh, yeah. Do you want me to send them an unmute request? I thought they were done.
Is that all right, Blaine?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Elena.
This is a comment. This is
Yeah.
not the way you handle a public meeting. I've said it before. I will
Yeah.
continue to say it. And
Please
Mr.
just
Avila,
mute her.
excuse
Please
me,
mute her.
Mr. Excuse me.
Please mute her, Chairman.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, any other public comment?
Elena.
Get some moisture anyway.
This.
Anything that? Right.
Yeah.
Any other public comment? There's a lot of ice out there.
Yeah,
Wow,
nasty coming in.
the massive coming up this morning. They were just getting down about their 6th one, I know, about 2-3 inches of snow. It gets hard here, this is about 4 o'clock.
Well,
Granite County Commissioner's Office.
This is Elena. For the record, I have not been restricted from these meetings. Do you have a court order to mute me and turn me away from these meetings? I don't think you do. And if there's comments made during the public meeting, you listen to the comments.
Not the
And
same.
you could have settled this if you put my request on the agenda for discussion. Per my correspondence. And you do not, Mr. Chairman, have the sole authority to say, no, we are not putting it on the agenda. Now I'm finished. Thank you
Good,
for the record.
for the record, good, thank you. Things stop every week. On and on.
Nice trip. I've done that before, tripped up those stairs.
Any other public comment? For the record, Blaine said we could, and we didn't, it was up to us further on, we talked about it, so.
So she did mention something that she wanted a letter in response to why you didn't put it on the agenda. I don't know if Blaine, do we need to email her, or does she need a letter in response to the fact that we chose not to put it on the agenda for discussion?
Yes, Blaine.
Yeah, I could write a letter, draft a letter for the commission's signature or for my signature.
I do the commissioner's signature. And yours.
Okay, all right.
No big
Yeah.
deal. Any other public comment?
Hey, before I forget, you're gonna be gone next week, right?
No.
I'm gonna be gone next week.
She'll be at Midwinter
I
Conference.
thought you were gonna be gone too.
No, got canceled.
Are you going over?
It's supposed to snow, probably not. If it's snowing, I'm like. Those icy roads and. Not worth it.
Righty, we're minute ahead of time, we'll go into a weekly report. Paul's calling in. They're down there plowing and sanding. Lots of ice still here and there.
Does the sand have stuff in it to melt it out?
Yes, it's all. After we get that, every year we buy thousands of dollars worth of salt.
And it mixes with sand?
We mix it ourselves, yeah. That's why I say, you know, we give them the city of Drummond like 10 dump truck loads, it's a lot of money.
Brandon County Commissioner's Office.
Hello, Glenn, this is Paul. How are you today?
Good, how are you, Paul?
Oh, that's why
You're icky.
good cover up.
I got it.
Put that cigarette down.
Yeah. Anyway. Not much going on. I guess we ready for the road stuff.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we don't have much going on, just doing some sanding. That's about it. I had to come in and get some sander control for one of the trucks. They failed, and we've had an order, they finally got here. They called me yesterday afternoon, so. And then, I picked up the last of the stuff for the backhoe today and finally got here for the dump.
Okay.
So that'll be put together here in the next couple of days. And I think we've got so much money put in this backhoe that we should just run it for another year or two, see what we can get out of it before we purchase a different one.
Okay.
That's just my thoughts on that, rather than buying a new one now, you know, even if we get another season out of it, we're better off
Yeah,
the way.
sounds good.
That's up to you guys. Other than that, there's not much change. The crusher guys are still broke down. They should hopefully get going. He's still waiting on parts.
So what about that truck in California? Do we have to make a decision on that pretty quick or?
Yeah, we should make a decision on it before they're sold. You know,
Well, I was thinking that next week was when we were doing the decisions on that. When we were bringing the wish list in.
28th.
Over 28.
Mhm.
Oh.
So 2 weeks.
But we don't want to wait too long, we miss out on it either. So I guess.
Well, I think on this wish list, that would be something that we'd already talked about. Knowing that we have to go on these smaller roads and need smaller vehicles, I think that would be one of the items that we would purchase.
It's be up to us, yeah.
Yeah, and we could do it even today. And have you look for it and say you want it or whatever.
In case we have to send them money to hold it, tell you, make sure they look it over good, just like they did last time, Paul, you know what to do there, just in case we can get a check from Sarah or whatever, just to make sure that we can hold it or whatever, if this is what he thinks will work good for us.
Could we get have Paul get a hold of them guys and have them take a video of it like we did with that one other one? Go around it, hear it running, and all that stuff.
You hear it, Chuck, Paul?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, well, I don't see why we couldn't do that.
and that way.
I can get a hold of them.
Maybe if you could leave it this morning while we're here, because we'll be here till noon, or if we could get something and then we could move and you could look at it, we could all move on it today. Is that what you're thinking, Chuck?
Yeah. Do it today or next week. Yeah,
Lane.
we're in agreement on it,
Yeah.
so that was good.
What's that?
Blaine has comment.
Oh, Blaine, go ahead.
Oh, I would just, if it wasn't on the agenda today, I'd just put it on the agenda next week.
Yeah.
But maybe it was on the agenda today. Okay,
It's not on today. It was something we was gonna talk about. We've been talking about it each week, and we could put it on for the decision discussion, the final next week.
Okay.
Have to move
Yeah.
on. We talking
yeah,
about it. It's not like
sounds
we're,
good.
yeah, okay.
Paul could call and ask if it's still there and that we're interested and we'd give him a decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They sent it to the video.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good.
Maybe you could do that, Paul, and then ask them if they can say that right away. We'll be here for another 3-4 hours, whatever, and then that way we can move on it.
Well, we can't do that until,
So we could do it on the next.
Well, we can put money to hold it.
probably won't happen.
If we don't have to, we won't.
I guess we're at the way stuff's going, and if we don't have, like you were saying, that, you know, then we're out again.
Yeah.
Is that all right, Paul?
Yeah, I'll just get a hold of them and, I'll just tell them we want to get a video and as soon as we can get it, you know,
Okay.
I don't know if it's gonna happen in the next couple hours, just
Yeah,
Right.
there.
I guess.
Yeah, you know how it goes, it takes a little bit of time.
Yeah. All right, you have anything else?
I do not.
So should we talk about the spreading of the millings now, or do you wanna wait till later?
Yeah, no, we can, now is as good a time as any, or whatever you wanna do, I just, in theory, if we're gonna spread some of these, I think we should do it, while we still have operators.
Yeah, Paul, I talked to
You
Paul
know.
last week and he was saying that maybe we should do more of the East Fork Road. And it's up to everybody else. Well, you want to explain it, Paul?
Yeah, I'd like to do from where we left off a couple of years ago, down across the whole top there on East Fork Road down to the corrals. And I build that road up a little bit higher and it keeps the wind, the wind keeps the snow blowing off of it. And it just helped us a lot on that, the stuff that we've done already.
Oh, yeah, you know,
It'd be a good spot to put them in.
if that happened, the wind would just blow it away. Most of it, 90%, but anyway, a couple of concerns I had, Paul, was. One, we'd have to make sure we got it really the full width, which I'm sure we would. And then we might have,
Oh, yeah.
we might have to put speed limit signs out there. Can you get that straight stretch? Paved?
I think we gotta put them out there this spring anyway.
Oh,
They're just faster they're driving now, you know.
yeah. Yeah, you guys get that good blade job on it. And they're flying.
Well, let's
Right.
let's put it on for next week, discussion decision. On it, then if we want, you know, we can think about it. Have a little more, he comes in and see a little more on it.
And could you come up with some figures on that, Paul, on how much the trucking approximately?
Yeah, I'm putting something together and I've also got to call in to get a chip seal price. I haven't heard back from him yet. They're gonna be here this summer, so if we're gonna do it, we wanna get a chip seal for sure, well, right here.
Yeah, you just said they're gonna work on Highway 1 this summer too, right?
Right, yeah.
So,
Yeah, work together on it, save us a bunch of money. So, yeah, like,
Yeah,
go ahead, sorry.
I've got to call into those guys and I'll know more about it next week.
Okay. Really?
Blaine,
Go ahead, Blaine.
My question was kind of already answered, but just if we need to bid out the chip sealing, if it's going to be substantial, or is it just going to be a single project?
Well, that's what we'll find out what the price will be next week, and then we can. The bid out thing is usually just from the normal ones that, I mean, the ones that are coming here to work. So we can save that. Not having to hire somebody to come in and load all that.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Yeah, just need to be bid if it's over 80,000. Publicly bid.
It'll be under 80,000.
Okay.
All righty, is there anything else? Any public
No.
comments? All righty, well, thank you, and be careful.
Okay.
back to back.
We'll end that conversation.
Hey, do we? Any other stuff on road and bridge or solid waste? They were down there tearing that trailer down yesterday, started on it, drum,
Oh,
so,
good.
which I imagine.
So where are they hauling it to?
Missoula, I think, they have.
And he's hauling it away, right?
Yeah. Cause I called Chad and asked him last week, what's going on? He keeps saying and saying, and we must have finally hold him. He's in there doing it, so. They just wanted it done and. They're, you know, now decide how to mine, it's a mess. Alrighty, being nothing else, any other public comment?
oh, Blaine,
Go ahead, Blaine.
Oh, just on the trailer, did the property owners ever submit anything regarding their hardship?
no, I never received anything back from the property owner. From the trailer owner, I never got confirmation on the certified mailing that it was received. But
So I
the
guess
property,
the commission
go ahead.
will have to decide then if they're gonna put it on the taxes or not then.
I thought.
But
we
that could
said-
be a,
I didn't think we are going to this, and one time the guy that owns it don't have nothing, the other guy was in here saying that they don't have nothing, it was one of these one time only and.
yeah, so it's
I don't think you're gonna get
commission's decision.
taxes. Well, I know from the owner you're not, but the other guy that owns the ground, I don't have a clue on his taxes, but.
I thought we made the decision that we were gonna go ahead and let junk vehicle, the funds from junk vehicle and have it removed. And the situation being the way it was a health hazard, and so, and the trailer didn't belong to the owner, property owner.
That's what, yeah, I'm saying there wasn't nothing. I just, one time.
One time.
One time,
We
I've
emphasize.
had- I've had 2 or 3 people call already, so.
well, the thing is you have 2 or 3 people calling and it isn't the health issue that this one was.
You know, but they're gonna try to use that like they do, yeah, so I'm just telling you that. But, alrighty, well, on that note, any other comment on that? We'll move into the Brandon Parrot Dam Tenders Report, Georgetown Lake outflow review, we just got you. 6428.26, 14.88 inches. got a good letter from Todd Blight. And we got a report from Brandon Parrott too.
Not sure if this is, if I'm interrupting or something, is there somebody I can speak to about this guy running the snowplow up Tower Road?
Do what?
Is there somebody I could speak to about this guy running the snowplow up Tower Road?
Yeah, go ahead.
I know Paul's not here right now, but I didn't know.
Who are you?
Edward King.
Edward King?
Yes, sir. I own a place up there. He's been pushing a lot of the snow. It goes in front of my driveway, obviously. So I stopped, I asked him if he could please pick up his plow in front of my driveway. I spent about 3 hours the other day digging it out. This morning I had this, couldn't even get my truck out. So I said, sir, could you kindly just pick your plow up there and try to push it away? He said, I got 30 feet on either side, got out of his truck, got in my face. So I don't give a shit. Before you bought that property, he said, that's where we pushed all the snow, this and that. And I said, well, that's my property. I own it. He said, well, you put your driveway in a shitty spot. Well, it's my property, it's my driveway. Okay, I own it across the road too, so that's an easement through there. So I don't want to plow in my easement anymore.
Did you report it to the sheriff?
No, I don't think we need to go that far. He said he needs to hear
That's
from
the
Paul.
best way to solve it, and we'll call Paul, but I think you really need to.
He said he's going up there right now to push all that snow in front of my driveway unless he hears different from Paul. So I catch that old boy up there pushing snow in front of my
That's what I
driveway.
said, go over here and report it, so it's on record, and then that way it'll save you too.
Okay, well,
Serious, and I'll call Paul.
Can
You
you
got a phone number and stuff?
I got Paul's number right here.
Oh.
Can I get your contact information?
Yes, ma'am.
Here,
I'm sorry.
I'll just have you.
He
do it.
kicked me off. He kicked me off a little bit. I did, well, I wanted to shovel snow this morning. I shoveled
We
all
clear
the
out
snow.
in front of everybody's driveway.
This is a private guy plowing.
Oh, it's a private guy.
Yeah, it ain't our guys, right? You're saying it's a private guy.
I'm not sure who it is. It didn't look like a state snowplow. I asked him nicely. I said, is there any way you can pay? He said,
Where's
I ain't
this
taking
at
it up
again?
Tower Road.
Stewart Lake. It's all the Tower Road over here. Right?
Tower, right? You said?
Yes, sir.
Tower Road. So it's private.
Tower's not private, but it turns private up there. He's probably through away, but yeah, there ain't nobody else's driveway.
What's the guy's name, the guy in your face?
Oh, I have
We
no-
should,
Huh?
I think if you're gonna bring up an employee name, you might wanna close.
Oh, it is an employee?
If so,
Oh, well, we're trying to figure
Oh,
out
okay.
if it's a county truck doing it or.
It was, shit, it was blue. It wasn't orange.
We don't have a blue truck.
No, it must be private.
That's too bad. Would you call Paul right away too?
Yes, sir.
And then, yeah,
Okay,
all right, thanks.
sir. Thank you, guys. Sorry.
No, you're okay. We ever still a few minutes.
Where's this at?
Tower Road?
I'll text Paul right now.
Oh, up here.
Anyway,
It cuts across.
all right, well, we're back on the Georgetown Lake.
One other thing, that's a problem we're gonna come into a lot more. People plowing the county roads.
Okay, so what's the recommendation on the dam? Do you have any? Mike, or Lance, I mean, sorry.
I would make a motion to keep it at 10.
Public comment?
I'm Paul.
State your name, sorry.
Paul Allen. Employee of Hydrodynamics. I got about 8 inches of snow this morning up there.
How much?
About 8 inches. It's still snowing. Our freeboard, which is the distance from the top of the spillway down, is around 14 inches right now, and it's the middle of February.
Around 15 inches. I figured out this morning it was 15 exactly, and then it just went up a little bit. No, it's 14.88.
We're not gonna have enough freeboard, and I just, if I can, I wrote some things down. Remember for 2020, we were standing in the road down at the hydro plant, you and I. With the creek running around our feet and around my truck when we went over the spillway. Okay.
Well, yeah, that's when we,
Okay, but just some
we
examples.
brought it up on purpose.
No, we were running. We were running at 38 CFS. From October until May. And is all we were able to drop the freeboard. In February, we had 6 to 7 inches of freeboard. And running at that amount of water, by May, we were only able to get it to 12 inches. With everything, we had to get it down. We're climbing, if you look at Todd's report today.
What's what do you mean by what, freeboard?
Freeboard is when the water goes over the spillway, so the top of the spillway to the water level, right now is our freeboard. Comfortable with anywhere from 2 feet to 12 inches by the end of April. Not right now where we're at. We're going up too fast. Todd's report. You know, we're at 100% of normal. And 91% of normal. He's doing his calculations on 65% of normal, and right now we're at 100. And like I've stated before, we've never ran at 6 CFS, 10 CFS in the winter time until the last couple of years. Yeah.
So with moisture, how much moisture are we anticipating this week? Are we supposed to, I mean, we're getting,
He said they got 6 ready to.
That's in my house in the high country, but not more and more. If we went to 20 CFS for a month. With the same inflows, it might affect a quarter inch of. Maybe a quarter inch of water.
you think so?
If we get too much freeboard. This time of year, we can't help, we can't do anything for it.
When you say that, is that the same as, when we figure it out at, how many inches below pool? Is that what?
Yeah. Yeah.
So freeboard is like, what are we, 15? Is that freeboard?
Yeah,
About 1488.
and we're 2 inches higher than we were at this time of last year.
How many inches? Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that when I looked at the,
Okay, here's some current Montana drought map. Anybody want to look at it? That's severe drought right there.
down in California and Montana, that Montana.
And Butte.
Let me show you another. drought now. It goes above normal. From Canada all the way through. And our area is above that norm.
What's it gonna hurt to stay at 10 at least this week to see what we get? I mean, I'm not being rude, but
We're just not gonna be able to catch it. If we don't turn this up, we're not gonna be able to catch it. And when water blows over that spillway, wears on the spillway, wears on the gabions, blows out head gates down here, it does nobody any good.
what do you recommend it?
I go to 15 minimum per week, see what it does, and it will not drop the lake.
You're saying 15 won't drop the lake?
We got 18 coming in right now. So 15 ain't gonna drop the lake.
According to this,
You look at the
basically
inflow.
it's 10 to 11 coming,
No, on average. it's-
and that's what I was trying to tell you last week.
on
If you're
average.
letting out 10, it's barely going up, so you're having right around 10 or 11 coming in, that's what he said right there.
We went.
Then
Go ahead, sorry.
Then it goes for total. I don't understand that was 16. So we're getting that. I don't know. Go ahead, Paul.
So according to his chart, the average for January was 18. So it averaged 18 inflows. How did we manage to do 17 outflows? How does it say 17 outflows? What does that mean? When we've been putting 10. For the bottom line,
What you say again?
well, it says, when you're looking at January on the back page, it says. Inflows for the month of January averaged 18. Outflows averaged 17. When we were only putting,
Yeah.
letting 10 out.
Yeah, I don't understand that part, cause if we were letting 6 out, it don't show 6 anywhere. So I don't know what
How does he come up with,
that part there, I don't, how,
I mean, these things.
huh? What's that?
so the lake was gaining more than average monthly January. Outflow of 9.17 with total lake inputs equal to 18. 66% of normal.
And we went from 0.22 to 0.26. Almost immediately. With this storm.
So how can it say that on the back page and on the front page? It says something. It was good.
If you look under model forecast, he breaks it down. I'm wondering if that's a typo.
That's what I was just gonna ask you in a way, because none of them match what we've done, that's why I was looking back.
Yeah, and I know he plugs it in to run the projection, but and I don't know on that January, because if you read under the model forecast, he does have it at 10 for the outflows, what they were. But I can follow up.
I mean, I don't know how we're supposed to make a decision with this kind of information.
Well, we've used it for years, I don't know, I guess that's the thing, we took their advice, you know, they honored them, it's guys for years, and now. Now we're kind of questioning on it, I guess. Need to get him on the agenda. You know, they can explain the stuff better, and straight out to us. I mean, I believe what he's saying, but like I said, but then you flip it over again, I don't know if this is.
Well, what's his comment with outflows with 10 is likely the lake will fill by June, so keep it at 10. Unless it goes up more, where we'd probably have to start thinking, remember you said it.
Yeah, if we go down, we get a ton of precipitation. We can go up to 30, 34, wait, 35.
Because the inflows are 18s and we're going out at 10, I don't know where it gets 17. When we're doing 10, there's more come out somewhere else.
No, I'm sure he has.
You know, back in 2020, we could have spread out more before it went over spillway. But we were bringing it up to spillway because we we're gonna test out the spillway. Well, then we got, and then we got like. Well, it was like 8 inches of rain. In 2 weeks. And then it really, then flooded everything. Okay. But we brought it up to that point on purpose.
Okay, how did we bring it up to that point when we were running 38% in October? We weren't trying to bring nothing up. We were running.
In
normal-
October,
Normal flow. You know, and I would love, I'll take you guys to the hydro plant. You can come and look through my charts that I monitor daily, every other day.
what's October gonna do it?
Well, if we're bringing it up, we're not, why are we at 38% in October? If we're bringing it up, we weren't trying to bring anything up.
So like. This here where he says it received 2 inches and that's 125%
Sorry, I was looking at
of
that.
normal. So that's way over normal for January for the snow count.
Can we call him?
We can try.
I guess there's some questions, we just answer on here, just listen.
You want me to read the phone number out for you?
Yeah.
So it's 406-444-4571.
For what? 4571?
406-444-4571.
Please dial a 1 when dialing this number. Please dial a 1.
Hey. 6 4 4 4 4 5 7 1.
So it's just. It's in our-
I didn't think of black. Black. I think we got it.
No. Long range forecast,
Well, what good is your drought map? What good is that?
that's what,
You know,
that is what is current. That is what might happen. That's the difference.
I'm sorry, extension number 4444571 didn't answer. You've reached the voicemail of extension number 4444571. Please leave a message.
Oh, this is state.
Hey, Todd, this is Commissioner, Granite County Commissioner. Could you give us a call, please? Thanks. Bye. What's that, Chuck? Well, I didn't know what he said. Well, I definitely gonna leave it at 10. I can see what this does. And I guess next week, if we can gain some more, then we're gonna have to start looking to see if we're gonna have to let more out. That's your call. Not just 1 second on the lenses. Is looking at the weather, looks like we're gonna get today and then nice tomorrow, but then this weekend now it's gonna start dumping again. Is what it's looking like. Comment?
everything, one more comment, everything is above normal for this time of year. We're 2 inches higher on the freeboard.
But we left it at 6 all the way until the spring last year.
But we went over the spillway, and after I left this meeting,
It ain't go with us. So,
hey Chuck, I drive over that at least 3 times a day. I'm gonna clear this up.
yeah, it got
I
up
have
to
photos.
right.
And after I left, you said the wind did it. How does the wind fill the entire spillway at the same elevation for days on end? So I bring you facts, I take pictures, I drive over that thing daily.
Then when do we have other people coming in here saying it wasn't filled?
I'm here, where are these other people? I'm here, I come here every day. I don't wanna be right, I wanna get this thing right. That's what I wanna do. And if we go over that spillway, nobody wins. And right now, the county could be making a lot more money than they are. So. That's all I have. We'll stay at 10. Is that a wrap? All right. I thank you guys. Have a good day.
You too, thanks. All in favor?
Aye.
Forward. Motion carried. Okay, we're moving to Mayor Reddish and Mayor Leeper to the holding joint second meeting, discussion and decision. Are you representing the mayor?
I'm here in my official capacity at the request of the mayor as
State your name. Scott.
Scott Lyons, president of the local town council. We would like to, if it is agreement with y'all, meet on Thursday.
This Thursday?
No, hold on.
Isn't May?
The 23rd.
You guys will be gone. Right?
Not gonna be here the 23rd.
That's how we have.
Well, actually. Any
think
day,
that's
when
kinda-
Wednesdays are not good. They used, I know we traditionally used to meet on Wednesdays. But they're not good for several people. So whatever Thursday,
I think this one's shot.
I take that back, I'm sorry. March 16th.
Oh,
That's right, like, yeah, this one. March 16th, I think.
That's the
Where at?
third Thursday,
Oh, it's Thursdays now.
yeah.
where did you want? the
Where
meeting
at?
to be?
Well, the
Last one was down,
last one's at Bearmouth, wasn't it?
yeah,
Which means. I mean, we don't have to go stick with the current rotation, whatever's convenient for everybody. I mean, it's a big county, but it's Montana, so we can all drive.
Let them host it if they want.
Yeah, we'll host it. We're more than willing to do that.
Okay, Billy,
I talked to both mayors last week and kind of on this topic, I believe it was Mayor Leeper had suggested that it go back and forth between the towns hosting. I don't know if that was something that was shared with you as
No,
well, but,
it wasn't shared with me.
okay,
I mean, I think I understand her. Request, however, I mean, the reason we've traditionally gone to other locations is so that people who do not live. In either town, but are still part of the county. It can be more convenient for them to show up, correct?
so Bearmouth's turnout was really good.
It was.
Yeah.
Now,
I
of
can
course,
see, I can see going Drummond, Bearmouth and here. But
was there a fourth one?
yeah.
Yeah.
we go to
it used to be
Like-
like,
The lake,
Fire
Oh,
hall.
yeah, the fire hall at the lake. Yeah.
Yeah.
I personally don't have a problem with, if we're doing that. If we're gonna do this once a quarter, which is 4 times a year, that's 4 different places. I don't have a problem with that still. I don't know, of course, the mayors aren't here. Dan specifically requested that I come in this morning because he couldn't be here.
Well, let's, the 16th, have it here in Phillipsburg, and then we can see how, whatever.
We can always discuss that then.
yeah, you can go up to, at the lake, go up there in the summertime.
So the 16th at what time?
Have we always done this at 6?
Yeah.
what at town hall?
At town hall?
And then, being that you guys are running, you guys take the minutes in?
mhm.
Yep.
Okay. Now we-
That pin's dying, by the way.
Oh, no, and I'll send you the previous meetings minutes for your
And
packet.
then maybe we can get, see what there's on the agenda before we get there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Any public comment on this? Gail?
I don't see Gail on. Elena has a comment.
Go ahead, Elena, on this meeting.
For the record, on this meeting, Scott Lyons, is this gonna, or will it be remote on Zoom,
Yes, it will. Well, it'll be on Blue Jeans.
Blue Jeans? Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh. We don't like Zoom. The Chinese are watching.
What's the difference between Zoom and Blue Jeans?
Blaine, go ahead. Look, I'm sorry, Blanche.
Oh.
Oh, Blanche can go ahead.
Right,
It's different, just different company, same
Oh.
technology.
any other public comment on this?
I was just gonna say that I think if these meetings continue, they should be rotated around and include Bearmouth and Georgetown in the summer.
Okay,
That's actually a good idea. You can do the one in Georgetown during the summer, because the population is up quite dramatically then.
And that's what Chuck was saying during, it's nicer to get up there and
So if we do March, July, October, that's all of it. So March, July, October, and then
That's me going from Phillipsburg to Lake.
I can't do the arithmetic in my anymore.
We should,
yeah.
January? If you do it in
March, June, September, December, and then
Yeah. and-
And then March again.
March, June, September, December, and then March. Yeah, that's what you just said.
So we get out Georgetown
in
In
June.
in
June,
June and Bearmouth, and I mean, let's get the long one done when you can drive,
Yeah,
no problem.
But
Good idea.
Then Bearmouth and Drummond.
we have better daylight and stuff too. And we have better daylight not driving in the
Yeah.
dark, so we'll plan on that.
okay, 16th, 6 o'clock.
third Thursday, 6 p.m.
Thursday, March 16th, 6 o'clock at Town Hall. It will be blue jeans in public, this is what it can zoom in, whatever, and then it will be recorded and we'll do the minutes and all that.
Okay, thanks. Sounds
Thanks,
good.
I'm going
for coming in.
skiing.
All righty. Well, we got a few minutes before the big openings.
I got a hold of Paul and he has reached out to that gentleman and things
Can
have,
we close for a second? Please?
yeah, hold on one second.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're a minute early, we're going in the bid openings. On the surplus property, did they let Mayor Leeper get all, is she good with that, or was?
I'm sure she'll be good with it. I'll follow up with her. I know these were something she had wanted to start again when I spoke with her last week, so.
All righty, well, we have 3 bids on the 2005 Ford Taurus. The first one's from Tyler Dunkerson.
There's-
Item number 1, I would like to bid $501 on the blue 2005 Ford Taurus. Tyler Dunkerson. The second one is from Jack Bynum for $301. And the last one. From David Peterson. And he bid $800 on the 2005, so it looks to me like David Peterson will give it. Do we have to call him or notify him
Yeah,
or send him a letter, I guess?
Yeah.
That is the bid opening.
Sounds like a pretty good deal. to me.
Yeah.
Even 800, don't you think?
Um,
I thought he would, but yeah.
Yes. Turn that a little bit, we get it, so we don't get, we got it, we don't do there. Turn it towards Chuck. But, so, it's awarded to David Peterson for $800, blue 2005 Taurus.
perfect. With snow tires.
So what's
With the snow tires.
Dollar bid.
With the snow tires.
If somebody bid at 500, they'd bid 501.
Yeah, just whatever the bid is, that's whatever. Yeah, So, alrighty, well,
Well,
got a few minutes.
It was gone this week.
it will be. And then we'll, have Paul get that, or have the road crew come get that other pickup out of it too.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
And, I guess we're a little bit early, but, monthly claims discussion decision coming up. Want me to go get them? I'm sure you're ready.
David says, I'd give 500 for it. Is what he said. And he said, then the tires, the new tires said they're at least 200. So if you want it, do it. Which is good.
Oh, on the other note, water fountain's in, but they gotta run the electricity, he's getting a hold of him, and the parts are ordered for that door downstairs, Martin, so that stuff's moving. Woo! Did I tell you I called him?
No.
Okay.
That's the extra tires go with it. There was a question. No, this is, yeah, we should.
Who asked that? Yeah. Sarah Tyler. So I'm like, they would go, if they lost it, so it's 5. And then there's it's 2. And then if you want it, then like 30. Did you ever ask why he didn't return the top?
He said he did call him back. I did ask. He said he did call back the number that was left and never heard back. So
What seems he got it? Maybe he got it on one's call.
I did, yeah.
Did he say anything? Because he turned in his.
Who is it?
That'd be Johnny and home. But we really- Well, I think, I don't know why his name would be on there. Unless they haven't changed it over. From the, you know, I mean, took it off to see it's on all of them. His name's probably been on there for so long that the guy's gonna have to tell Carquest they can't have his name. Otherwise, they'll look to see it's on there every one. So. It should be, they changed it here, cause then they changed the number.
So what's
Now
going
it's road there. And that's what it's supposed to be. I'll have Paul tell Carquest to make sure that
What's going on?
John's name, just a customer, John, I'm sure it's been back, that needs to
Yeah,
say.
it needs
that
to get
last
it.
part says road, the last three there say road, so I'm sure it will. But, you know. Yeah, this is. It's going out the plow now, it should have been plowed already early this morning when they were going out the inch. And then that's started. He's getting in the shed. We just see her walking in there, so she's getting a plow out. Sometimes it's better to hit it early.
Yeah.
Get rid of it
Yeah.
and then come back, hit it again. I mean, we try not to be Mike or telling how to do it.
Well,
This morning when I got here, it was.
I think you have to.
The city come up and plow down, don't, very well, it was 8 o'clock, wasn't it nice here, Billy?
I'm sorry.
8:15, the city plowed out.
Yeah,
Out here this morning, so. Yeah, once we get that other stuff out of here, it's. The sheriff, I guess, when's the bids on the other ones for next week?
I think they're in the paper this week, so they'll be in there this week, next
I'll tell Paul. that
week.
we-
So I think the 28th.
Get that pickup out of here this week.
Yeah.
I didn't quite understand that guy, I just. Came in,
The,
man, it was all upset, and then I thought,
the guy with the beard,
man, I thought it was talking about private. Somebody private, didn't you?
Yeah,
It's good.
he said blue.
Yeah, we don't have nothing blue.
so that's why I think that somebody else is doing it too.
You know, he'll go up Paul's head and there, he just.
You know, just like that guy up here, he went out and did it.
We told him not to.
Yeah, we told him not.
I mean, we're not gonna get to all these places right away, but they have to have a little patience too, if they want stuff done, I mean, otherwise, then we're not doing it. Yeah, there she's found.
My chair was turning, almost sat on this and I would have fell off.
So how's the jail going?
Now, right,
How's the jail going?
I never heard from her, I got back, did you look at the water thing down there? It's not, it looks nice. But
Is that
yeah.
one where it fills your?
Yep.
Is it cooled too, or?
Mhm. Yeah, it looks really nice, it did a good job. I think they were still waiting on that fire sprinkler thing over here, is what he told us last week, wasn't it, Billy? No, sorry,
No, you're fine. Was it?
and Dave Kessler, because I asked him on that, and he said something about the fire sprinkler thing, they had to wait to get that other part or something for the jail.
Oh, yes. So there's the fire suppression system that I know they were having some parts made for.
They
Mhm.
got the plumbing done, but then they had to wait to do the fact they had a prisoner, so.
Yeah, I know there's been some shuffling.
When do we hear back on the elevator stuff?
So I actually got an email from him yesterday. That I was trying to get on your agenda. Let me find it.
So you look at this, though, it says 26 and then it says credit 26, so it could have been John.
Yeah, that's the thing, we're gonna have to call and see what, cause then you turn the page and it goes to bill. When I got it, I haven't looked at it, I was gonna look at the numbers here. And see when they got the, what was that number, I see.
December,
See due date, benefits. See, there's some of this, see,
2019 Ford Fusion.
see, they're still putting his stuff. It's a root grant, but I'm not making, there's something not, but then you get it over here and then it shows road. So he tell you having his own personal stuff, but are they still adding that in with the CarQuest here?
Let's clarify it with CarQuest.
You see in here.
And then this
nothing,
one,
No customer PO number.
this one, RX Fusion Blade, what is that?
Windshield wipers?
Oh. Is that the same thing?
I don't know, I haven't.
Same
I haven't
price.
looked at it yet. See, and then now they come with a different number. And then it's, see, this is what it should be saying, in road, shouldn't have no personal names on it, right?
No. Yeah,
So I'll have to call them, and tell them they gotta keep.
so when did we make that decision?
uh,
January? So that was a December invoice.
Yeah,
So, I mean. It's a
I know, I get that, yeah. I didn't know if there was one.
ongoing.
Did you talk to Billy? Did you talk to Doug on that? You do.
Certificate of insurance for the shop it. So, I did get a call in and I do have the certificate of insurance on hand.
Say what?
I have the certificate of insurance.
Oh, you do.
Yes, I received it yesterday,
Cool. Thanks.
so we're good. Yeah, I forgot to tell you.
Yeah, this is for the month of January, so we'll make sure.
Yeah. I don't think it'll be happening.
Seems like we're probably, we're going down. Used to be up around 20.
Seems like what?
Is it?
in the Republic, one seems like it's going down lately. You know that?
Right, maybe they're not getting full tonnage.
Hmm?
Maybe they're not getting full tonnage or something.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think their rates are going down, they just might not be getting the weight or something anyway.
oh, I'm still not getting, commissioner. So, did you talk to him?
Does it know I'll need that when I talk to them, because they'll need to get onto it, but I think, have you entered the password in for the commissioners, or does it,
No, not really.
okay, I have it right here. So we can look at it.
Yeah, cause he called it in and then Paul picked them up, cause he knew what they had to have. Cause that was when they were line born. Yeah, that one we can approve. Ricky White called in the Caterpillar, cause he knew exactly what they had to have and counting the size and everything. And his name shows up on the order, but we hired him to fix it, so we're good.
Okay.
Sometimes that's just, you know, when they
Yeah.
all picked it up and,
And it's good that we know and you understand why, and so it doesn't look,
yeah.
Yeah.
Cause that other one, the paper kind of threw us all in there. I don't know. Thank you. I think they changed that office around in there, that's the deal, you know,
what?
why they changed the way. I mean, it's wrong, I just, I walked in. But they did it, the other day, I don't know, the other night. And they did it, now they have to.
A lot different than when I was in there.
Once I get what frustrates me, you did how many years? You had one place, you did. Also, you have to know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
It's, I guess that's what frustrates me. I'm always being a kid. Seems like it was mine was-
So Willow Rock. Okay. He does he go measure the gravel thing before? He did, this isn't on there, I'm just,
Is this hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's probably something else.
yeah, this is something else.
Okay, yeah. I don't,
He
he
looks
hasn't, they've been broke down, they haven't got to work, all thought they should have to go measure, they want to do it like one time. And then once they're done, then they'll do it again, so we don't spend.
Who's
Yeah.
broke down?
Tommy Rancher.
F&R.
He's waiting on parts to, we've been broke down, they're having a tough time. They bought that new stuff and then they break them and then they can't, get parts. If they're waiting on parts, it's terrible. Look at the window.
Yeah.
I know, it was
Look at the wind.
there. It's blown it off the roof.
Do what?
The wind.
What was I gonna say?
The parts can suck, if you're just trying to get, you know. Hey, they want to come get that, you bring a check, come get it out of here.
Get it out of here.
Then we file that shit. What I do. Well, we do.
Wonder if couldn't hear you. The little guy's hanging out. So the other day, it was like hanging on my hair. I went.
Where is the password?
Huh?
That's the password.
Oh, okay. So it just comes up, I don't know where to put it in, but sometimes they'll want me to put in the password,
I see.
but it doesn't do it all the time.
Oh, you would say something.
No, I get screwed up. and don't do that.
The commissioner. No, no.
Like, say, every once in a while when I turn it on, or first thing of the day, I come up, put in your password, and
Getting there.
no password.
Oh, sorry. Could pick those up for you.
Oh. How do I, oh, right. Oh, did we fix it? Yeah. so. Yay, we fixed it.
Hey,
Look at that.
hey, thanks.
Yeah.
I better keep that password.
Yep. Here, let me write one down too, so I have one in here.
I have mine taped.
There you are. You are welcome.
Do we have property and casualty trusts with Mako?
Yes, don't they do all of our county
So we
buildings?
just don't have workers' compensation with them anymore.
Correct. We go through state, or no, it's,
So like that's on the
Maybe we-
agenda. The,
maybe we
for-
don't. Ours are it's all through Payne West. Is Payne West associated with the Mako? Healthcare? Or the, whatever it is. Because Payne West does all of our property insurance, because whenever we get a
Yeah.
new vehicle or anything, I talk to Rhodey and Lynn. And they're all Payne West.
Mhm.
But
So,
sometimes,
but the property and casualty trust, that's what we pay. For like our insurance and stuff on the dam and all this other stuff. Right? So we still, yeah, we still have insurance, but we just don't have work comps through them anymore.
yeah, because they're associated with Mako too, when we get a hold of Payne West, right? That's why all those people get on them.
Yeah. Anyway. Anywho. How's the bills going that you're watching?
Oh, that's a long story. What's all
Okay.
that stuff?
Do I have all day? No.
So after,
I think it went pretty good.
if something passes in the House, this is like my mental backtrack to government class, but it passes in the House and then it has to pass in the Senate floor, right? And then it goes to the governor for a signature and he can either veto, not sign, or sign.
Mhm.
Just to make sure my process is correct.
So if he not signed, what does that mean?
He's just not in favor or
Sorry.
against, yeah.
No, it goes through that.
Yeah, if he doesn't have to
He doesn't
sign it.
sign it.
Mhm,
Then it doesn't matter. If he vetoes it, it matters.
correct. And then if he signs it, it means he's like in support of it. It's like a bigger,
I make a motion to accept January's claims.
Second,
Second.
any public comment? Means none, all in favor?
Aye.
Oh, you got it now.
And then after they go to first reading, they can get kicked back into committee, right? And then they make additional adjustments and they come back to the floor for second reading,
There's all kinds of games they can play.
that it can bounce around. Cause there's some that I've listened to and I'm like, where are they now?
Yeah, you won't know, and sometimes they go to appropriations. if
Okay.
there's a- And so they get lost for a while.
Okay.
I don't understand the whole thing. So I'm not the one to ask, but
Yeah,
yeah, they can get lost. I lose track of them. I lost. I'm so confused now. And I'm trying to follow this one now.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
It's-
So the one. That's the video thing, is that 328?
I thought it was 323. It might be 328 though.
328, yeah.
Yeah. I listened to that one. I was listening to it in my car on my way home though, and I lose service at Collins's, so I don't know what happened. At the end, but there was a lot of people testifying.
I just did a written on that.
Yeah, there was a ton of people
Yeah,
testifying for it,
Testing for it.
against
against it.
it, and there was some for it. Yeah, but there was a lot of people discussing that one.
Yeah, I hit that one perfect. I was just right in with everybody else, my written comments.
Makes it go faster. That's what they always request when they start to talk. We've already heard that. Are you reading from something? Please start in what you're reading.
Wayne, you have, you don't want to read it? On that veto, if they veto the bill or something, I don't.
Oh. Wayne's gonna tell us.
Read it.
Vetoed one.
If they veto it, we're talking about what happens to the
Tell you
bills.
how it works if they veto it, and that there's a law that.
What am I correct about playing? Need to read it? So if he doesn't sign it, then they have 10 days and it's automatic.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Blaine, that's an awfully nice picture of you on screen.
It is.
He's got his picture on the screen.
Hmm.
Are you up in there? Are you in there?
Oh, yeah.
So Blaine, is the governor continually like signing off and approving bills, or is there like certain times during legislative session that he does it? Oh. You can hear, but it might be unstable.
Who was that, who's the person that's removing the junk vehicle?
John Grosvold?
Do what?
John Grosvold, oh, removing the trailer?
The
Is that what we're
trailer,
talking about? Yeah,
not the junk vehicle.
John Grosvold. I think he's out of Powell County.
And it's being removed as we speak, right?
Yeah, they started working on it yesterday.
Wind's going up.
See how smart thinking I was? So I go wipe it off instead of getting it all over me when I open the door to try to get it.
It is good stuff. Pretty fancy one, too.
Hmm?
It's pretty fancy one.
Yeah. And it turns. But maybe, no, it's open. I have one that turns. That they need turns.
Is that lady still coming or is that a guy or whatever?
She should be coming. I know she was meeting with the town, until like. Right about now-ish in Phillipsburg. I feel like she was there until 1:45, so she should be on her way out.
So Monday's a holiday, right?
It's President's Day.
Hmm?
It's President's Day.
So. I'll be picking that car up on Monday.
There's 2 sets of keys. Do you just want to
You
take
can't
a
pick it
set?
up on a holiday.
Can't? How can I travel on a holiday? then? Well. I have to check in on a holiday.
There are 2 sets of keys, though. I would just maybe take one of the sets.
Don't wreck it, driving on the ice over there.
Driving on ice, they'll be sanded. I would probably feel safer in my own car with the studded snow tires though.
That's, yeah.
But
We went over there one time, we went through Butte Lake. And Boulder, come down there and just. And the car just started to slide, and it was freezing there. And everything, everybody up in front of me was like, man, that was horrible.
yeah,
All the way.
and following bumper to bumper, I've had that happen before. It was easy. I felt safer pulling out and just creeping by them. I did that on the night pass once and you couldn't see for shit. And we were following behind the semi. And I just pulled out and just. Right on. That's how safe I felt.
Did you have stuff no time?
Yeah,
That helps a lot.
but I've done it before with just all weather and instead of snow tires. Wow, I'll never know. But it's no
They're
tire.
so nice, aren't they? They just make a huge difference.
Yeah,
We've got that on our wish list for the Chevy. That and WeatherTech mats. For the wish list for next week. So Chris, from Office 360 was in a couple of weeks ago and he was saying that the copier that we have here is obsolete. That they can no longer get parts for it. But here's the one that's comparable to it. It's 5,500, so we just thought we would make you guys aware. I mean, it still is 5,500. So I just thought that should make you guys aware of that. I mean, I don't know, we haven't been having issues right now, but we probably need to. The copier that we have there is obsolete. Chris let us know that 2 weeks ago, that we can no longer get parts for it. So anyway,
They
yeah.
give us anything for trading on it like they did last time?
I don't know, the new one is 5,500, so, maybe they can't, I don't know, I wasn't here the day that he mentioned it to
worth
us.
a try. If not, if it's obsolete, they usually will say. Well, the recycle bin.
Yeah.
How long we had it?
I think we got it 2014, I think is what,
It's probably obsolete.
yeah, somewhere around there. So anyway. Just,
So we got our use out of it, paid for it, so.
yeah. So I don't know if we wanna, wait until next fiscal year, or if we wanna do it in the stuff that's going, or if we wanna talk to them. I will talk to them on Thursday about whether we can get.
Being like everything else, if they got one in stock, you better get it, otherwise it'll be
Yeah.
sitting there if it's going down. That's
Okay.
my opinion.
Okay, so we'll talk with them on Thursday about that, find out whether we can get anything.
Do you have
That
anything in your
one.
outlay right now? It'd be county building anyway, because
Yeah.
everybody uses.
Right, and I did add, even though we didn't have a big thing for turnover of computers for this year, I did add a little bit in there for that, so.
I would say that isn't a wish list from
No.
your office, because we all
This is
use
a-
it. And
Right,
it's something that is in capital outlay, so I was.
I'm saying if they have it, they'll get it.
Right.
I
so,
would-
okay. So we'll talk to Greg, see if we can get a little off of it, but if not. Yeah, okay,
I mean, there's capital outlay in county building.
county building.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, the worst thing that breaks and we're out one, then we're
Yeah.
in one.
Right.
I think you get it
Yeah.
right away.
Okay, I will talk to him, okay, thank you.
Do they still charge people to use that?
Use it for copies. Yeah, if there's a copy, it's not, it's the office that charges,
Yeah,
and it goes into the clerk and recorders.
I'm just curious if we still get to remember.
Yeah, I mean, that's statute, you have to pay for copy fee.
Thank you.
Watch the Super Bowl.
Part of it, and I had to go on a call. It was. You winning money? You winning money?
No. But
You?
my granddaughter was very happy. She's a Chiefs fan,
See what?
is a Chiefs fan, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember you said that.
God is she a Chiefs fan. And she went over to Anaconda to the Washoe Theater. And they had it on the big screen up there for her Super Bowl party.
I did see that last, that was a fact, yeah. That guy wasn't home. No way.
This is one more.
He had it-
Lunches.
He didn't put his hand kind of on his back, I mean, just, you could tell he didn't
Winner.
have any shirt or anything,
Thank you.
Or with call against the Eagles.
yeah. I can see why they were. With no.
So when did that happen? I didn't really,
Right at the end,
right at the end.
yeah, and then they got. Close enough for a field goal, I guess, pick field goal. I didn't see that. I just saw replays on. There's no way that was holy, in my opinion.
Started watching. First part of it and I went, oh, yeah, I don't want to watch this.
I don't like pro football. Hard football. Or the old. Snow fence are gonna be working today.
Looking at that wind, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be drifted.
It is blowing, isn't it? Wow.
Wow. What you mean, when she wanted that, she did somebody else was trying to get it, or I just caught the end of this back.
No, she just said that.
You don't hear somebody else. Well,
I don't think, no, she just said that, after Chris and. It was obsolete, and so then he showed her.
Hopefully they'll take the other one with them when they bring them.
Like they usually do that,
Yeah.
yeah.
For the subject price, and this price does include them taking it away. Or, you know, and then they can have it for parts or whatever,
Yeah.
for people who aren't getting other ones, but that did include a little incentive.
Yeah.
So, anyway, okay. So you can get on it, yeah, he's on it, thank you.
He's reading your mind. Why don't they haul it away?
I thought they used to, but I couldn't remember. They're getting complaints on that gate going up to Garnett. Goddamn, somebody ripped it open again and ain't nothing, we can't keep. Well, this, I told them, just swing it shut. BLM wants to put a different gate in Wet Bend, but it's just caught me and they steal our signs and
Yeah,
that, they're getting cold, so I just said, we tried and it's every year it's the same thing. Well, it's close enough to 11 o'clock. You might be, how do you pronounce your name?
Shibu Aaron's.
She.
Shibu Aaron's.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Scott.
Blanche.
Chuck,
Good to meet you, Commissioners. Can I sit
sure,
here? Well, thank you for taking the time and being available. I'm Shibu Aaron's. I'm with Senator John Tester's office. And I don't really have a solid agenda, but I just wanted to come by to introduce myself. And hear any of your concerns or any issues that you want to put on the senator's radar, have us work on. I brought some cards. I'll write my cell number on the back and give them to you afterwards, so you can contact me. And I guess sorry, I'm out of breath. I came up the hill. I guess a brief.
Come up, huh?
It's steep.
Well, it's good to get some exercise after sitting in the car.
Yeah.
And since I'm not going skiing, although I kind of wish I was. But I started with the senator's office in May of 2022, so coming on 9 months. I work on Social Security issues, do casework for veterans, caring community issues. I work on natural disaster and FEMA issues and fire for the senator. And so I'm back in the Missoula office and I have 4 colleagues there. And yeah, again, grateful that you're taking the time. Happy to answer any questions or hear any.
so are they aliens or?
What?
Good one.
Eye balloons.
Everything we're shooting now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I know the senator is getting briefings because he's on the Defense Appropriations Committee to make sure the military folks have what they need. But I don't know. I don't think they're aliens. I hope they're not, but.
Well, I have a current concern,
Yeah.
you talk about fires, everybody here knows my position and. You know, all over the state, but.
No.
But anyway, nothing's gonna happen with the fires. My point is. They light a lot of these fires. I mean, it's a natural start. And then they go ahead and use it for prescribed burn. And. That way they don't have to do NEPA. If they want to go do a prescribed burn and they have to do NEPA, that's a very long process. Well, if you get a natural start, then you just say, well, yeah, we're gonna. Let this burn or whatever, and so we end up with. These big, huge fires, and it's not gonna stop until Congress stops it.
Mm.
And,
So is that the Forest Service that does that, or?
yeah, everybody's. Forest or state, whatever, no, I mean, they're all working together now. And, so that's a concern, and like I say, I mean, nothing's gonna happen. Until Congress says, so the more acres that are burned, then the more money they get. Wait a minute. That's not right. You know. It's like somebody doing a bad job as a janitor or something, then they have money. So, that's where I stand on that.
So Billy and I were at a Rumsey Mountain meeting yesterday. And the Forest Service charges for use permit. So, and Billy, all that's left are entities, right?
So yes, so there's the government entities and then there's the ones that are exempt for public safety, but then there was the Amateur Radio Club in Anaconda, Northwestern Energy, but I think they fall under safety, the TV districts, and RF Wave.
Okay, so the question is the Forest Service charges for what, a use permit, is that correct?
Mhm.
Why wouldn't we be exempt in the Forest Service not be able, if we're a government entity?
So they're charging the county they're charging you.
They charge for our TV district.
Okay,
Do they do it because they own the ground?
So yes, so they own the ground. We have a special use permit for the tower, and then they calculate how much we owe based upon who is in the building, and then it's kind of a silly way they do it, but they take the highest volume usage and they build that out. But there's all these other agencies that are part of it, which are exempt, either under public safety or government entity. Our TV districts aren't falling under that. I think our sheriff's department does get exemptions, and our
Well,
search and rescue.
it's why charge? Well, it's not really gonna make them any money. You know what I mean? This is just kind of a thought, why are they
Mhm.
even charging?
Good point.
Yeah, I don't know.
mean,
I
it's
can do. some
federal,
digging.
federal land and you've got government entities on it. And,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
you have private entities too that use it, but use it for the good of the public.
mhm.
So
And
there's something, maybe
And
the
it
Forest Service needs to not charge us. Is that a good?
Yeah, no, I'm happy
Question.
to do some digging, on that, and I wasn't aware of it, so thank you for bringing it up. I don't know, I don't know the answer off the top of my head, but I can
Well,
follow
it's
up on that.
just, they couldn't be making any money on it.
Yeah, well, and if they don't charge other government entities or other private entities that are using it for public reasons.
So who's exempt again?
Let me see, I actually have it all right here. Forest Service is exempt, and then the others
Yeah,
only a
that's for
fee,
yeah.
but they are waived, their fees are waived. And so Granite County, that would be essentially, I believe, like our sheriff's office and search and rescue is waived. Anaconda Amateur Radio Club is not waived. Anaconda Deer Lodge County is waived. Department of State Lands is waived. Our TV district, we have 3, and they are not waived.
how much do we pay, Billy? Sorry.
Our TV districts, we pay right around $100 towards it. Northwestern Energy is waived, Forest Service. So then RF Wave is Tom Dunn Communications over in Anaconda. They're our highest volume usage, so it charges them almost $2,700. And then the Anaconda Amateur Radio Club pays $34.
Well, it's the ground, I guess. They're charging for the building to sit on the ground. And the things that are in the building are, if they're not, well, the PD district, that should be exempt too, it's kind of county.
It's not the generator up there, is there still one there? Do you know?
I don't know. Tom Dunn talked about maybe going up when it's not so snowy up there and we can get access up there and really doing an inventory on what's in the building. I've never been up there. I don't know what to expect or see.
A few years ago, they took that Newburgh building
Do you
and
want
made it. right,
Yeah, okay, that's our bill.
took the generator up there too. Cause they're trying to find somebody to take the old one out.
Potentially.
That was 4 or 5 years ago.
Awesome.
No, I'll do some follow-up on this. And see. Why as a government entity you're. Being billed,
Well, even the public,
yeah,
then communications, what do they do?
He has, I don't know exactly. I don't know exactly what Dunn Communications does. I'm not very techy. I don't know if I have no idea. I don't even know how to begin to answer.
Well, they used to have that repeater and stuff there too.
Well, then there's another building there that the cell towers use and they charge them.
American Towers.
Some of them moved out because they started charging too much, wasn't it? I don't remember, there was some big deal.
I know that Verizon moved, didn't they?
I think way a long time ago, Verizon was in ours and they moved out, and now all the cell companies are in an adjacent tower that's up there, which is owned by American Towers, and that's the one that they said all the cell companies are operating out of.
Cause I think they got better reception when they did their stuff together and they put it all up, work together and had this one instead of having that offbeat.
Hmm.
Cause in nine
That
one
makes
one went
sense.
through that, that's where.
The updates. That might make sense, because yesterday they were talking about I can't remember what it was called, the noise level though, with the different types of
The frequency.
frequencies, yeah.
All in the same place.
Yeah, I knew all that, did you?
Impressed.
Yeah,
Oh.
Had a power. Smoke coming out.
I think they were discussing too, a lot of the ways of the billing have been going through the Forest Service, or they've been updating that process, but that. Remember Dale was talking about that yesterday to see if it had rolled out to the other agencies that Northwestern Energy or some of those other companies work for, because they haven't seen it from Highway Patrol.
Hmm.
But I think they've redone the billing, but
Hmm.
I don't think it's,
so is Northwest Energy exempt too?
they are because of 911, because safety, providing power.
See,
Yeah.
all right, come on, no,
Quite a bit, there's a lot of little things up there.
I mean, that might be my new, it's just a question that some of these things are ridiculous.
Mhm.
What's Pastor thinking on some of these bills, how they doing?
So the new Congress, since it started in January, all the bills that didn't pass last time, he's been reintroducing. So he's, from his perspective, or from our office perspective, there's a big push on ag. He has a bill to prevent foreign actors from buying up ag land in the US, like China, North Korea, Iran, Russia. And I think with the whole spy balloon issue, that has, the reason for that is really present. He also has a few bills, and I don't know the names of them off the top of my head, in the hopper to improve local, sort of the general environment for local producers and break up some of the giant ag monopolies and grain and meat packing. I know he has a few veterans bills that he's working on just to try to make the VA work better. Especially when it comes to hiring providers and having folks work at the VA. So we hear from a lot of veterans that, like the new Missoula clinic that got built isn't fully staffed. So folks are still waiting on things. And I know he has a bill on not just VA, but general rural medical providers. And that's a bipartisan bill to try to make it easier for rural hospitals to have doctors, to have medical providers. Those are the bills that I can think of off the top of my head. If you want me to follow up with a more detailed list of stuff he's working on, I'm happy to. But that's the stuff that that I'm aware of.
We get back to the fires.
Yeah.
I'm not picking on the senator, nothing, it's all of them, that nobody even mentions the ill effects of the wood smoke on the population.
Mhm.
And it's been proven, it's bad to read that stuff. And nobody ever mentions it, and it's not just this senator, it's all,
Mhm.
and I just wonder why.
Yeah.
And I brought it up to other ones before. I got nobody's.
Yeah.
So,
No, I can check on it. I breathed it in too, and I know I've seen people wearing them like masks when it's smoky and there's a little soot spot on the mask.
I missed it.
and then do we want to say anything about I think we're the only county in the United States that owns the dam, up in Georgetown,
Mhm.
and the hydropower dam. And we own a little bit, we own the dam, but we only get 10% of the profits.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it's hard to run the dam with 10% profits. Do you guys want to mention anything about that?
Yeah, Pittsburgh kids are so hard on all the new regulations, they just don't stop, just
Hmm.
more and more and more and more, it's just.
Slow down a little bit, but we have to do like, we're finished up for earthquake studies, and, just.
That was what, how much,
About 70,000.
$70,000
I think.
study on an earthquake, come on.
Hmm.
This is just outrageous.
So we have a problem running the dam on 10% of the profits from the hydroelectric. And basically, it's impossible with 10%.
Yeah, they're just breaking us. I mean, you look at our, we had something the other day at my creek project. They got all this money, they don't have the money.
What agency was?
Huh?
What agency was regulating it? You mentioned they were. Okay,
They're out of Portland. We've had you guys, we'd sent you stuff and you were gonna write letters, and I don't know if you ever did to support us.
okay.
James, he did, we got them letters, remember, we got that, but we never heard back from you guys.
Okay. I'll figure out what happened with that. And I didn't know that you're one of the, you're the only county that
That's why,
owns the dam.
isn't that what they told us? We're the only county that owns the hydroelectric dam.
Hmm.
And, yes.
If we weren't making money off it, went to the state, we wouldn't have all the regulations, but then when
Hmm.
the work steps in and they just,
Hmm.
they're killing us.
Hmm.
I guess I just mentioned it, just so you can be aware of it, you know, I don't think there's much they can do now. But, you know, remember us, if we write you a letter and.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like it gets pushed off.
Okay. I mean, because it's in your ownership, there may be some FEMA disaster mitigation related money that could help with some of the studies that you all are required to do, because I know I've looked, our office has been in touch with the Bitterroot Irrigation District about the Como Dam. But they don't, FEMA doesn't do that with federal dams, and there's a question whether Bureau of Reclamation, who runs that dam.
That's why the last time we tried with FEMA to get some, they wouldn't do nothing because it was all been
Okay,
same as that out there in that creek in the, you know, in the upper rock creek, when we tried to get through, yeah, they wouldn't do it.
okay. Those are things that I can check on.
It just seems like we get forgotten.
Yeah, and you shouldn't be.
We beg for stuff and it's just like, when they want it, they really, you know, want us to do it right now.
Mhm. Are there any infrastructure or transportation grants that the county is looking at?
Well, the cities are going for, and it's gotta go through us. And then there's one in the state. The state's got a bill. Well, I just get involved, but anyway, they have to go through us, but yeah, they're going for grants for updating their sewer system and water systems.
The county attorney said, infrastructure bill dollars, where is the federal government with that? We haven't heard, so. We don't get nothing back from you guys, beg and beg, it's just like pulling teeth.
Yeah.
It's not right, you guys can't forget about us, it's super small, you should.
No, we shouldn't.
I mean, we're all here together, if we don't speak together, what do you see what the world's doing right now?
Yeah.
Falling apart.
So I guess you probably talk to the city about what they're going for.
Yeah, I've heard from the city about the sewer and water system and the water main stuff, and a lot of I can check on the bipartisan infrastructure bill money. A lot of that does go through the state to counties to cities, but there are some direct things that can go to counties, is my understanding, so I can check
Well,
on that.
we got some bridges we need down, we don't have them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we try to get that stuff, and we just never do
Hmm.
nothing. It's frustrating as hell. It's like they show up here, you guys come and visit, and oh, now you're another new one.
Just
You
disappear.
know, we just never, by the time you come back, you're asking, we're telling you the same shit we told you once before you, and it never gets nowhere.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry about that. Does MACO, the Association of Counties, help with some of the federal? Because I know MACO, because there's a meeting next week in Helena. But do they help with pointing you towards things or helping connect counties?
Not really.
No, we kind of go after our own stuff, not really, and then just few of us and just, we go after our own. Yeah, we don't get much support.
Okay. How, just out of curiosity, how many county employees? do you have?
39. I think it's 39 right now.
We got.
County employees, we have about,
probably 60
six-
employees.
yeah, we have a little over 60.
35.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I can check on those. Those things. I know right now. The Department of Transportation is soliciting for a WAYS grant for transportation infrastructure, either for studies or for. To fund studies or to fund actual ready, shovel ready projects. I think the deadline, excuse me, I think the deadline for that is end of this month though, so it's tight now. But that is something that, yeah, I was wondering if the county was looking at.
We saw the bridge on Stony Creek.
Huh?
We saw the bridge on Stony Creek.
Yeah, we're not cash and, yeah. It's just like the fishing game, we've asked for help there, but they don't want to help because we're a government agency, so
Hmm.
they can't be able to get, they want to dictate on what we should do.
Mhm,
You know,
yeah,
I mean, they haven't got back to us either on the dam or the dead animal stuff. They're another outfit that just kind of show up and blah, 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 and you never ever hear nothing with them. Water being such a big deal, the irrigators never worry about their fish, but they never do nothing until it's too late.
And what about delisting grizzlies? Hear anything on that?
I heard it, I went through.
They did?
I'm not up to date on that. I can get back to you. I saw there was something about that recently. But I don't know the newest update.
I thought it was in the second stage of going through, is what I heard, but I don't know. Maybe wrong.
I know, I mean, I should know this better and I apologize. I know the Senate, I think the senator said something about, the science shows the population having rebounded. And as if it's a science driven decision and, if a species could get delisted, that's a great thing. But I don't want to put my foot in my mouth, so I should research and get back to you.
Put the wolves back on too.
Hmm. Yeah, I can check on that.
There's a lot of those stuff, but I mean, like I said, we never hear nothing back. I guess I get frustrated because we sit here and say that stuff and it's like. Top of the wall.
Yeah, I hear you. I will try very hard not to be like a wall and to get back to you.
I don't know if there's anything else.
Might come up with something, but not long enough.
Well, he'll leave his cards and that, see if they get back to us and stuff. I
And
just don't have much. I ain't kidding, I don't.
yeah,
Sad.
Speaking of the grizzlies, I just wondered something about, that cow compost thing.
There's a rancher down in Drummond that what we dealt with before are studying it again and looking into trying to get something going. He told me that a couple of nights ago. And he said they're having trouble trying to get, the whole works and that.
Anyway, I just wanted to fence it off because of the grizzlies. I mean, that's my main point for doing that is we're just gonna track grizzlies in. If we leave that cows out there.
Yeah.
And then the cows will, the grizzlies will be eliminated.
mhm,
What we're trying to do is have a place to. You bury the cow carcasses, if they die, you gotta get rid of the carcasses, they're just leaving them out there.
mhm,
And then say bury them and compost them basically,
mhm,
but we gotta find a place to do it.
hmm.
And we were trying to get over in the prison land, but Nothing
Never
comes
heard
of
back,
that.
never
They
heard back
heard
from
back
the
from
uncle
state.
or none of it. That's what I'm saying. They just all just ignore it.
Hmm.
They come in here and want us to go pick up their dead deer that they act like they own, but yet they want the county to pick them up and take care of them. And she, but
And this-
you ask them for something, you never hear nothing
Hmm.
back. They just play the game.
And this is the Department of Corrections with the prison land.
Yeah, prison state. We never heard back.
No, they were, he sat in here and was gonna take it back and once again.
Man, my point is, since the grizzlies are protected by the federal government and whatever, I mean, and this is the whole point. My whole point for doing it. Not the whole point, but.
Get some of that federal money, Chuck, for taking care of the grizzly bear. You knew that was coming.
Maybe their influence can help even without the money, maybe a letter saying, hey.
Hmm.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I am. It's,
and is this just something that you're working on here, or are there other folks around the state is?
well, Blackfoot Challenge is involved in it all the time, but now we're not even, I don't think we're within it. Well, we're not, because we got out of the compost.
Well, what we were doing, down Drum and Dump, we used to be doing it down there. And there wasn't enough room, and then you have to keep the wild animals separated, the roadkills from the
Hmm,
domestic animals because of,
CP.
wasting.
chronic
disease.
wasting, and. There wasn't enough room, and then, he can tell you, it stink,
Yeah,
and so we got rid of that.
It flooded,
We can't do it.
flooded all the way down to the main street.
Wow.
Garland, and
yeah,
businesses on the east end of town, they couldn't hardly, you couldn't hardly pull in there to fill up because that damn animals smell. It was.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're trying to find another place, and then somebody suggested it was a great suggestion. To do the prison land and work something out there. Nothing ever happened.
They forget, they just kind of like blow us off.
Well, maybe they got it all.
yeah,
A little influence there. It's a thought.
no, I appreciate you bringing it up. Without hearing from you, that wouldn't be on my radar, so I appreciate that.
Just like it never leaves here, just kind of we talk about it. And they write stuff down and that's it. I just have a lot of respect, you can see that.
Mhm.
Don't,
No,
makes you so damn frustrated. They can dictate and tell you what to do and now that you ask them, it's not.
yeah, no, that's frustrating. Well, I'll try to prove that wrong. Let's see.
You got your hands full.
Well, did you have anything else you want me to?
You're hoping we don't.
No, I'm happy.
Getting the blood, aren't you? So, yeah. No, I don't, because I don't want to sit here and complain over the same stuff over and over.
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
No, it'd be nice to have something fixed and cross it off. the
Well,
list.
even to get notice back that they're helping or even looking at it,
Yeah.
we never get nothing.
Yeah.
Well, I can't think of anything, no.
Well, I put my cell on the back of my cards, if there's anything. Urgent or anything you'd wanna. Put on my radar. Email is usually the fastest, but you can.
Is it 885?
Yes, 885. You sent it.
No, other than that, I don't really have anything, and any grants or anything.
I know at one point the county had looked into the raised grants and our projects weren't large enough for the scale of the raised grants. Is there anything else coming through from state to county from Department of Transportation that's not that's
Yeah.
more applicable?
I'm not sure. I can look into it
Okay.
and get that info to you. But that issue itself, that your projects aren't large enough to qualify is an issue in itself, because that leaves a lot of rural, Montana in the dust on these things. So, that itself is a frustrating thing. But I can check on other transportation grant
Okay.
cycles, also with DOT.
Okay.
And see what they have.
Yeah, that's a good comment. Projects large or small,
Yeah,
instead of, well, you only get large projects,
Yeah.
and small ones. So
Yeah.
that leads the little counties.
oh, yeah.
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 I mean, it's even an issue with grants for the state, like
Yeah.
FEMA grants, the state of Montana. You know, you could make less money go a long way on something, but it is just less money and they don't even sometimes look at it if it's under a certain amount.
Yeah.
So it's an issue. We hear it from a lot of different corners.
If the area five is gonna try to, they're gonna need some more money too. They're just give some, this such an elderly community that. Area five is just packed with people, and you just gotta turn people away.
Mhm.
The Help and the financial to do it. You know, stuff like that, it's. We need help.
Yeah,
You know, last year we did cows. You remember how many we had? It was a ton. It was unbelievable. It was like. Do you remember? It was in the hundreds.
oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's like. Well, I don't wanna say it, but it was a lot.
It's a bad year for calving, I take it.
Mhm.
I take it was a bad year for calving.
Yeah,
Having in, they had that pneumonia come in.
Oh.
Cows at one time, it was like tons down at one time they piled up there.
Oh, wow.
so we're not talking, 10 cows.
Yeah.
We're talking a lot of cows.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how many died.
The Department of Transportation was bringing all the dead deer and elk off the highways in there too, because it was been, the Fish and Game was complaining about them throwing them over the bank. Well, now you drive down the highway, and guess what? What do you do? See them laying all over, because they're not, they can't get rid of them.
Mhm.
You know, and the Fish and Game, like I said, they haven't come back and. I'm not getting into that. This, you know,
Yeah,
wanna manage stuff, but yet.
we don't do it. Mm.
Other than that, I don't have much. You guys? Oh, public comment?
Oh, I got another one.
Wait a second, we got one public comment. Who is it?
Elena,
Oh, Elena,
Oh, yeah.
ready?
go ahead. Go ahead, Elena.
Thank you. Elena Gagliano. First, I'd like you to thank Senator Tester for supporting BISPRA and having an aide attend our monthly meetings. That's great. I'm a director representing Granite County, which is one of the 19 members. Excuse me. Now here's on to my concern. If it's passed by the Montana Water Court, how will the CSKT Water Compact affect recreational use in lakes, streams, rivers, and reservoirs in all the basins listed, one of which applies to Granite County area? And if you can check into that, I'd like to have an answer to that.
Yes, thank you for your question, Elena. I am happy to check into that. Can I get your contact info here?
I
or
can
through-
forward it to
Okay.
you. If
Billy
that's
will get me
okay.
your contact info, and I can see what I find on the effects on recreational use from the CSKT Water Compact and get that back to you.
Thank you so much. You have a great St. Valentine's Day too. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Is that to us?
Well, thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, commissioners. I appreciate you taking the time and sharing your
Thanks for
concerns.
coming
I
over.
got a question for
Yeah,
you. Does anybody else talk about chemtrails?
I haven't heard anybody else so far talking about it. No,
Outlet,
Chemtrails,
oh,
no.
you know what they are?
no.
I wanna know whether it's true or not true,
Mhm.
with the. With chemicals basically for weather. You know, on jets, you see the contrails and chemtrails.
Mhm.
Contrails disappear, chemtrails stay. And then start disseminating, and pretty soon it's all cloudy. And And there's people who swear that they're doing it. And you can't get an answer from anybody.
Yeah,
I thought it had something to do with the weather. Maybe I know, it was colder up there, like, how they see exhaust coming out right way, man. I never thought of it.
Well, I've seen them, you could call them contrails that go away, I mean, the
Yeah.
contrail there. And then just they start disappearing. And pretty soon it's gone, it's like it's other trails, they just stay there and then they start spreading out.
I thought we never heard no sonic boom.
I think I'm not sure on the answer to that, but I think. Well, I think, yeah, no, I shouldn't, I don't know for sure. But I think after they tried supersonic planes, and I just don't think it worked commercially. It's like the Concorde was one. But I know in some military testing areas, they do fly supersonic, and I actually read an article about it. Ranchers worrying that it would stress their cattle. But I just think we don't have supersonic passenger flights, so we don't hear it, but I'm not sure on those answers, unfortunately.
Anyway, so I mentioned this, somebody else might mention it
Yeah,
sometime. I don't know if it's true.
yeah. Well,
Other than that, I don't know nothing else. You got it?
well, thank you very much for
Thank you.
taking the time and letting me take up some of your time.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah,
Thank you
absolutely.
very much.
Yeah,
It was nice to meet you.
and I'd be happy to work out a coming down again on some kind of, semi-regular basis so that we can check in on things, so I don't just disappear and then you don't see me.
Just me.
Unless I get fired and no. No, thank you, commissioners,
Thank you.
and thank you,
Yes, thank you.
Have a safe trip.
thank you, yeah.
Yeah.
Have a good rest of your day.
You too, thank you.
Alrighty, I know we're a little bit early, but we can go ahead into the resolution appointing Montana Attorney General's Elder Justice Attorney as a special deputy, because on the back page there was a conflict. I didn't know, what do you want? Tell us on that.
Yeah, Mike Fanning from the Assistant AG offers some help with the case. I shouldn't use names, but he's willing to help with the case or being charged to the county, and that's his expertise, is elder abuse.
Okay. So you're in favor of this? Or you brought this?
Yeah.
forward?
Yes, if the commission or the county doesn't feel like he's doing a good job, that could be rescinded, but he's a good attorney.
Okay, well, I'll entertain a motion for this.
So it only has to have the one reading.
It said discussion decision, so I wouldn't,
Yes, it only needs one reading.
Okay,
or I guess it didn't. say.
I
Go ahead, bud.
make a motion that we accept resolution appointing Montana Attorney General as Elder Justice Attorney as special deputy for Granite County.
My second.
Any public comment? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried, pass, Wayne.
Thanks.
Thank you. So. The next one's a task order number 7-2022 DSS CMR and ODSP updates, Granite County on-call engineering. Services Great West Engineering Project. Number 1-20170 discussion decision. Were they calling in?
Nope, but we can call Jeremiah if you have any questions. The ODSP updates, I believe, are what we discussed in that call. This fall, when they had called, there was some information that they wanted that we're basically resubmitting. And the DSSMR, I've been sending Jeremiah some information.
I'd entertain a motion on this.
I make a motion that we accept task order number 7. Great West Engineering scope of services.
How much does this cost?
Does it say on the task order?
12.6.
12-6.
12.6.
12,600.
12,600. Yeah, what's,
I think it was good. They got so much knowledge and everything of what
Yeah.
we do, we couldn't really change it. Oh, yeah. Especially with the dam, and it's kind of nice you can call them on the, you know, on like some of these bridges and stuff where they're working with us and some of these grants and stuff they brought to our attention. I have a lot of respect for them. I shouldn't say that, but now they don't want more money.
They're not on.
Anyway, that's it.
Any public comment on it?
No.
Seems not all in favor? Aye, motion is carried and passed. Do you have anything else, Blaine?
Nothing for me. Do you have anything else?
Oh, I guess, I'll call you later. It's not-
Okay.
Yeah, I have a question, it's something, but. We're
Yeah, give
still-
me a call later.
We're still on to the mediation, right?
Yeah, March 9th at 10 a.m.
Right. Right there.
So
Now, that other one sounded good, huh, that we did, you sent that. On, Hood? Or not Hood,
Rising Sun?
yeah, yeah, and the Rising Sun case, the county received a judgment in county's favor against Rising Sun, and so it can be appealed to the Supreme Court, but it's Loctite case, I think. It'd be a waste of their money to appeal it, but we'll see.
well, good job on that, appreciate all the work you did, I thought you did a good job on it.
Thanks, you're welcome.
I guess being that, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn. And move to adjourn,
I'll say.
any public comment? In none, we're adjourned.